Yeah, I'm so happy Very Dark Man was finally released yesterday because I was beginning to think, what would have happened? This, that, and that. Well, that's by the way. After all, Very Dark Man has been what? He has been released finally, and we're so happy, right? The thing is, a lot of people came out to say free Very Dark Man. A lot of people came out to say free Very Dark Man. So many people, even his enemies, you understand? And that was where I begin to, feel that God's hand is upon this man. You understand? Because there's something God said. He said that when he blesses a man, that he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. Do you understand? I was so shocked to see that they posted that SAN Falana actually made some calls and all of that, and it helped VDM to be released and all of that. That he made, questioning the way they took him and all of that. Yes, you guys know the story now, and I'm like, Falana. This one that they just struck their court case of just which they hear. Wow. Really. In fact, that thing made me believe, God is with that guy. Yeah. Notwithstanding, we are supporting him. And honestly, this is like an eye opener to everybody. You can actually make a difference with your words. The way we all came out, right, to talk about Very Dark Man, we can still come out to talk about so many people. Imagine if we had come out to talk for Nnamdi Kanu like this. Maybe Nnamdi Kanu too would have been free, right? A lot of people are still forgetting that Nnamdi Kanu is there in prison, and till now, nothing. He's just kept there. If we all make use of, the media like we did for Very Dark Man, we could still help Martin Nnamdi Kanu get freedom to write. And then again, one thing is, I wanted to ask people this Falana stuff, right? I don't know why I'm beginning to think he did this thing so that he can be in Very Dark Man's good books. Yeah, thanks to him. But let me tell you, I'm very, very big enough or grown enough to know that so many things I see that happens in the media, or so many things I see happening in the world, do not just happen ordinarily like that. Yeah, they don't just happen ordinarily like that. I feel he still wants to be in his good book. Yeah. Right now, as far as I'm concerned, unless if Very Dark Man has not still, there's a way Very Dark Man behaves. Unless if he hasn't forgiven them. You see this thing Falana did. Very Dark Man will never call them, will never call Falana out again and his son. His sins are now forgiven for coming out to speak for him, right? Then all of you that came out to say one or two rubbish about him, he will visit you one by one. Especially Blessing CEO. Yes, in as much as at the end of the day, Blessing CEO said something reasonable. At the end of the day, she go collect too from Very Dark Man. Then cider bought small pepper, she will still collect from Very Dark Man. Meanwhile, I'm so happy. Everybody came out, everybody spoke for him. Even people that didn't like him came out to talk. Honestly, it's a win-win. And I just pray that Very Dark Man too will change now that he comes out. I'm not saying don't fight for, the masses like you've always been doing. Continue fighting for the masses, but please respect people. That's the parts I don't like about Very Dark Man. Sometimes Very Dark Man just cuss out people like that, and that's the part I don't like about him. I just hope this one will help him, right? In as much as I know that, yeah, he's growing up, he's going to change with time. I just hope, when it comes to insulting his elders, he really, really toned down. And there are some bloggers that were doing videos like, oh, Very Dark Man was never arrested, is prank and all of that. How far? How far? That is prank. He was never arrested. If he was arrested, this and that one. In fact, the Very Dark Man's mom actually took that loan from GTB. And the thing that keeps getting me angry is when some of these people are talking, you hear them saying things like, I have my evidence, and I'm like, wow, who is telling you that? At least I've worked in a bank before. I know how confidential, customers things like this can be. But if you're saying you have your evidence, I'm like, wow. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I doubt it. If you think you have the evidence, please just bring it to the table. Let's see where very that man's mother went to take the loan from star what, that she actually took that loan and very that man paid off. So anyway, we'll hear all of these things in the morning by VDM. We're still waiting for him to say stuff that he saw there and all of that. But what he made mention of is that they took him for money, whatever, laundering. Somebody that does not have money, blah blah. Very dark man, sha. So happy that you're loved. And honestly, I have to say kudos to his brother and Coco P. These people they outdid themselves. Right? They outdid themselves. They stood up for him. Honestly, we have to give it to them. To these people, they work tirelessly. They are knights for VDM. Honestly, they are the real MVPs in this whole issue. Aside that, people that really campaigned, or people that really want every dark man to be free, we know them. The rest are people that wants to be in his good books, or people that are just doing it because everybody is doing, and we all know them, right? And that is just it. But meanwhile, there's one thing I know about this very dark man. He's not going to stop doing what he's doing. You understand? Very dark man is a young man that has decided. It doesn't matter whether you like him or not. He has decided that he's going to lay down his life for the people of this country. If it means his life to be given for Nigeria to get better, he's willing to do it. And the fact that he's doing this thing from all his heart, forget sometimes he always plays, he jokes, he laughs. But the thing is, if you're sensible enough and you're looking at this, you know that this guy is doing this thing from his heart. And you can easily tell that it's in his destiny to do this thing. I'm telling you, it's in his destiny. Some people are destined to do this thing, right? We've seen so many people, even bloggers, that wanted to do, little of what he's doing, but at the end of the day, they couldn't do it. The thing is, if you're not called to do it, you're not called to do it. If he didn't dare, he didn't dare. You get it? So this guy was born for this mission. And my prayer, honest prayer, is that in his lifetime, he gets to see a better Nigeria, right? In his lifetime, at least, let them give him a state. I think it's from Edo State. Let them give him a state at least to govern for once. Let's see. Let's give him a try. If you ask me, I would say give him Nigeria. Let's see what he can do with it. Right, but not now. A bit later. Honestly, I'll support him 100%. Give it to him. This guy knows what to do. Honestly, we need people like that in government. People that can stick their head for a lot of for the good of this country. Those people are the ones that you should call your celebrities. So, not these ones that they will go to the back and collect money and sell you out. You get it? I believe with time, Red Dark Man is going to grow and outgrow some of this childishness, right? He does. And I just pray that all things being equal, he is like the Traore of, Nigeria too. He will bring us out of, this poverty, out of this, would I call it dungeon? Nigeria is for a long time. I pray that, let them give him this country stuff in 2027 and tell him, we're giving you 2 years. Let's see what you can do. I'm sure he will. I know it will be very, very hard. It will be difficult, but he's going to try his best. Let's pray for a better Nigeria at the end of the day anyway. So that tells you guys are the best and you guys are doing well, right? When they see now work, they work and they show.